Welcome back to the Retro Wave. I am your host, El Tiburon, and this month we're talking PS2, our favorite PS2 games. With me, I got a couple of pals from Northern California, the NorCal boys with a Z, like the Hardy Boys, because they're that extreme. We've got, this guy would go through any table anytime you ask him. He is Omega Ace from the Omega Ace Gaming channel. Catch him Mondays and Fridays live on YouTube. What's going on, Omega Man?
Not much, just got here.
Next, we've got a guy that yearns for the days of janky controls and tank controls. We got the Professor, Tylord Stevenson. What's going on, Tylord?
Happy to be here once again. The highlight of my month, once again, being on the Retro Wave podcast.
Yeah.
Talk about plays.
Talk about the PS. Yeah, thank you guys for joining, because I know it is a late one. We're doing a late recording here.
For sure.
So yeah, we're gonna talk about we're gonna rank our 5 favorite PS2 games. But before we get there, I wanted to kind of talk about like your memories of getting your PS2, whether you got it at launch or you got it years later. So I'll start with Omega Man. Did you get this at launch, or when did you get the PS2?
I got it pretty late in its lifespan, actually. My first major experience with the PlayStation 2 was actually borrowing it from a high school friend. He loaned me the entire console along with a couple games. Told me I'd fall in love with it, and he was totally right. And, I used the money from my first job and picked myself up, the Fat Boy PS2, the older model. Even though at the time I'm pretty sure the Slim was out. And dude, after just dabbling with such a large amount of the library, because it's one of the consoles with the biggest library available. I had to find heavy hitters, and it was very easy to do so.
So you got it kind of late then. You got it kind of late in the cycle, because you said you like the Slim was already available.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was already in high school, so that was. God, that was probably like mid 2000s when I first experienced the PlayStation 2.
Okay, cool. What about you, Tylord? Did you get this at launch? When did you get the PS2?
You know what? I didn't get it at launch. It was really tough to get it, just like the PS4 and 5 weren't those tough to get. It was tough to get it back then when it first came out, and I wasn't really interested in it at the time. I was kind of out of gaming at that time, and then I ended up getting an Xbox. So I was like an Xbox fanboy, and I always talk crap about PlayStation because it's really, really inferior to even GameCube, like in every way, and Xbox. But then, like in hindsight, when you look at the library and you look at how it's backward compatible with all those PS1 games, and like our boy Zomberry says, it's a DVD player right out of the box. You don't need a remote control or anything. So I think in hindsight, it's probably the best one of that generation. Not to mention it sold more like combined PlayStation or GameCube, Dreamcast, and Xbox somewhere. So hindsight is probably the best. I didn't get one until my little brother didn't want his anymore, so I didn't want it. I didn't have one, so I thought I'd take it to start experiencing the games later on. I was an adult by then, so but then I'm glad I still have it.
Yeah, very, very cool. Yeah. Before I talk about I guess when I got it, let's drop some facts. As the PS2 released, the reason we're doing the episode is the 25-year anniversary of the PS2. Released October 26, 2000. It says it sold over 155 million units worldwide, and it remains the best-selling home video game console of all time. That's crazy. They were still like making FIFA like up until 2015 or something in like Brazil or something. Yeah. I didn't get it at launch either. Even though I was a big PlayStation 1 fanboy, I didn't get it at launch because I remember there not being really any games for it. Like, I remember going to, I think it was like Blockbuster Video, and there was like copies of the PS2 games, and it was just like that fucking firework one. Like, what was it called? Like Fanta Vision or something? Yeah. And I was like, it's not really selling me on getting a PS2, the firework game. So I think I got the Fat Boy like maybe like, I don't know, 2001. And I remember all I was using it for was what Tylord mentioned. That's when I started buying DVDs. I remember like being all into DVDs. My first ever one was the fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre with the, what do you call that DVD where it kind of has like a little clip? Like a little clip. It's like cardboard and it clips on. I don't know what you call that. You
Yeah,
guys,
the
yeah,
cardboard faced ones with a clip.
yeah.
I don't know the name.
I remember just being like all into buying DVDs and watching movies on it and being blown away. Like, damn, you get a DVD player and a console. And I even remember making fun of my friend because he bought a DVD player for like $300.
Oh my,
And I was like,
yeah.
dude, why don't you just buy a
Man,
PS2? It was like, I think the PS2 was like 200, wasn't it? Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think like Tyler too. I was kind of like into the PS2 for a couple years, but as soon as the Xbox came out, I kind of was like, I was like
Oh,
Marty Jannetty, like Shawn Michaels. I super kicked the PS2 and threw it through the barbershop window. I was like, hell no, I'm Team Xbox now. But still got a lot of love. I still think I feel like I missed out on a lot of PS2, but I still feel even with the little bit that I was really into it. I still have a lot of fond memories of the games I have on my list. Any other thoughts? Any other thoughts on the PS2 before we get to our games or fun facts?
Mhm.
just that, man, no, just that it was pretty cool. Like it was backward compatible completely with the PS1 games, and you could even
Mhm.
use the memory cards from PS1 in it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Awesome.
that. Yeah, I forgot about the memory cards. All right, well this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to a commercial break because we gotta pay the sponsors like always, and we're gonna come back and rank our five favorite PS2 games.
Surf the internet today with Circuit City. Sign up now for CompuServe 2000 Premier Internet Service, and we'll hand you a Circuit City merchandise card worth $400. Just sign up for 3 years of CompuServe 2000 Premier Internet Service, only $21.95 per month, and get a $400 Circuit City merchandise card instantly. Use it toward a new camcorder, computer, big screen TV, or anything in our store. All when you sign up today at Circuit City.
You guys miss Circuit City. You miss Circuit City, Omega Ace.
Man,
You
I was
miss
a big fan of Circus.
yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, I picked up so many games on sale there. Like, budget N64 games for like $10 boxed and everything, brand new.
Damn, I didn't know they sold
Oh
video
man.
video games at Circuit City.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
dude, yeah. That the big plug face of the store. I always thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
Then it became like a discount store and it still had that awkward plug
yeah,
shape.
yeah.
Why is that?
We still have one in the town that still has the plug there. It's like a closed store now, but it still is, the plug is still there.
That's
Yeah.
that's pretty
Remember
dope.
seeing remember seeing the plug come down on the commercials? It
Yeah,
had the
Yeah.
slogan and everything. It would come down.
Yeah. And now I feel like what's the equivalent? Like I can't even say Fry's. Fry's is gone, but like Best Buy. But
right.
you guys go into a Best Buy now, it's kind of depressing now going into Best Buy.
Yeah, there's just appliances, right? And
Yeah, not so much anymore. I'll go in there for like computer related products sometimes still, but that's about it.
yeah, no more DVDs or Blu-rays or anything there.
I think they're bringing them back. I heard.
Yeah,
Yeah. I hear they got like a lot of backlash, so they're gonna bring them back.
okay. Okay,
Um,
that.
yeah, I missed that.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna rank our five favorite PS2 games from number 5 to number 1. And since it's been a while since the Omega Man has been on here, we're gonna let you go first,
Yeah.
pal. Show us your number 5 pick. What do you got? What game you got?
So while I was grabbing my stack of PlayStation 2 games here, I immediately grabbed the bouncer and I said, wait, that I didn't even put that one on the list. So I had to shelf it again. I said, that's a missed opportunity to talk about the bouncer, but I went with Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty. Uh, this is like an enhanced version, like a deluxe, so to speak, substance. It had some additional content in there, some extra modes. Uh, but yeah, that was actually my first real experience with the PlayStation 2. I borrowed it I borrowed it on the PlayStation. I'm sorry, I borrowed it in high school from him. He loaned me the entire console and Metal Gear Solid 2. A couple other games that I don't remember what the other games were, but I just remember how much Metal Gear Solid 2 stood out to me, and just how precise everything had to be. Like when you were pressing the bumpers, you'd have to like press them slightly so you could slowly squeeze the, you know what I'm saying, like the what's the
Oh,
word
it
I'm
had
looking
like
for here?
haptic feedback a little bit. It had like,
Yeah, it was very subtle, and same with the joysticks. You were able to do stuff with that. But it was just a really entertaining game, and collecting the dog tags from the soldiers was a fun little diversion, something you didn't have to do, but you get rewarded for. They'd rank you at the end for your performance. They'd reward you for being stealthy and trying to be encountered the least, as opposed to going full on John Rambo and just shooting everything on, in sight, and yeah, it was just such a good game, man. Such a good game.
you play this one, Tylord? Have any thoughts on this one?
Not really. I haven't played too many of the Metal Gears, and I don't know why, because I think they're in the same vein as like Resident Evil and James Bond, so I don't know. I definitely want to get down on them. I got to start with the first one, but I remember my brother would play this one a lot. He would spend a lot of hours on this. I would watch him play it, and yeah, amazing graphics at the time. I guess it still looks pretty good looking at it, but at the time, like coming from PS1 and then seeing something like this, like wow, this looks so real. I mean, look at it; it still looks pretty good.
Yeah, for the audio listeners, we're watching footage, game footage. It looks really good, but I think this is one of those like upscaled videos. You know how they like put them in 1080, I think, with an upscaler. Looks really clean. Yeah, I don't have any thoughts on any Metal Gear because I've never played a Metal Gear Solid ever in my life. I do plan to at some point because I have the Vita collection, which I think has 1 and 2. There's only one part 2, right? Like this isn't like a spin-off part 2 or something like that.
It's just like the special edition, right? Or it's like the. I think it's just the substance is just it's like an improved version of it, right?
Oh, you're on mute, Omega.
Yeah.
How
They added like
is this part 2 or like is this like you said like the special edition part 2?
this is like special edition part 2 where they added like additional modes like it was, I don't know if you're familiar with the first one, but they had a separate game called VR Missions, and all it was just a bunch of mini games, but you would utilize all the different weapons in the game in creative ways. Uh, Almost like a shooting range, like a simulated shooting range. And they added that back in this version of the game. And then they added something really off the wall where you can like skateboard as the, I want to say, the two main characters, which was totally unnecessary, but they did it just for laughs,
Yeah. I plan to play. You think, because I'm gonna be honest, I do not have patience for stealth games because I think I always get frustrated and I just go Rambo, like you said. But like, you think this is like, if you're not into stealth games, you're not gonna like this game?
I think you can play it both ways. You're not going to get a good score at the end of the game, but I mean, if you don't care about that and you just want to witness the story, I'd say hopping on, setting it on like one of the easier difficulties and just running through it wouldn't be so difficult.
Okay, cool.
There are areas where you do need to be a little tactful because if you don't, the soldiers are going to set off alarms, and then you're going to be swarmed by hundreds of dudes, and you're not going to be able to do shit about it. So you have to be stealthful to a point, but it's not like a major requirement overall.
All right, cool. I'm gonna give it a shot. Shout out to the Billster if he's listening. He's a big Metal Gear fan. I think he was.
Yeah.
He would always play the first one, and I think he might have played this one too. He was a big fan of the old school Metal Gears. Shout out to the Billster out there.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go next. I'll show my game. You know, if I have a list of games, there's got to be one wrestling game. And the one wrestling game that stands above all the rest You got to go SmackDown. Here Comes the Pain with Brock Lesnar on the cover. Brock Lesnar, man. I honestly, I didn't own this growing up, but I recently got it because, I watch a lot of YouTube and this always gets ranked as like one of the best wrestling games. So I'm like, I got to get it. I streamed it, I think like last year or maybe the year before that. And I was playing with Sexy Chino, my friend Sexy Chino and Matt. And I was like, dude, this game still freaking holds up, man. And you look at the roster is stacked. Like you saw there, we're looking at the gameplay. See Eddie Guerrero, Goldberg, Edge. I think this one has like Hulk Hogan, Brock Lesnar, Chris Jericho, the unmentioned Chris Benoit. But such a good game. It still holds up. Yeah, so I gotta go with SmackDown. Here Comes the Pain. You got any thoughts on this one, Tyler? Have you ever played this one?
Played any of the only wrestling game I played on PS2 was, and I should have put it on my top 5, was Def Jam Vendetta. That's the only wrestling game. I kind of thought I heard they were, I don't know, I heard these were good, but I didn't really like them after that. The THQ ones, or what was that company called that made
Aki?
the 64 one?
The Aki?
Yeah.
Because this one's
After
THQ.
Aki, yeah, okay, but it doesn't play like the Aki ones,
No.
right? Or does it?
No.
Okay, I'm stuck in the past, and I only like the Aki, so that's why I like Def Jam Vendetta. But I don't know. I hear this is the best one. I probably should revisit it. I know that was just me being stubborn and not wanting to try something new. But this roster looks awesome.
Look at this roster.
There's Stevie Richards. It has all the females too.
This has like a bunch of modes too, like Steel Cage, Hell in a Cell, freaking bra and panties matches. Yeah. Any thoughts on this one, Omega? I don't know if you've ever played Here Comes the Pain.
Oh yeah. So my first time witnessing this game, I was at a party at someone's apartment. It was like a friend of a friend. And the party got out of hand to where it was people that barely knew each other. It was just such a massive crowd of people, right? And one of the guys that was at the party, he brought out his PS2. The guy that owned the guy that was renting the apartment didn't even know who he was, but the guy pulled out a PS2 in this game, and he set up a Royal Rumble with all the custom wrestlers that he made. But the custom wrestlers that he made were just a bunch of joke wrestlers, so to speak. So he had like Freddy Krueger, Captain America, just really off the wall characters, and he actually took the time to give them all unique moves and unique taunts and everything.
That's dope.
And all the CPUs were just fighting amongst themselves, and we were all just kicking back, drinking, and just watching it go down. And on his own, you know what I'm saying, nobody was controlling the character. Adolf Hitler runs into the ring, and while everybody's wrestling all around him, he just stood in the middle of the ring and just started doing the
salute and shit. Hey.
He just started repeatedly doing the salute, and everybody that was watching the screen was just in tears laughing, dude, because they're like, what compelled the CPU to just start doing that in the middle of all that chaos?
That's funny.
Dude, as soon as I saw that, I said, oh man, I got to get this game. So I picked it up. I made my own custom wrestlers, and I ran through the career mode. It's a 10 out of 10 wrestling game. It's so good. And as far as the wrestlers go, because it was the era that I was primarily into, I see it as like the greatest hits of wrestling. Like some of the best are in that game. Major highlights for me as a wrestling fan at the time.
Yeah, I don't think if there's a better roster for a wrestling game.
I don't think so.
Because this was like right after the WCW invasion. So WWE had all the WCW guys, and then it had Hogan come back. It had like a stacked roster. You're going to say something, Tyler?
Roster.
Oh, no, just what you were about to say of the roster.
Yeah.
And is this the one I remember for years, like the kids would make? I think kind of what Omega's talking about, his little party crashing friend. Didn't for years people would make their own little federations or their own little promotions and with all the joke characters. I remember for a while on YouTube, like they'd have little joke promotions with little funny characters, kind of like what 309 does with the YouTubers. I think this is the one that started all that, right? The little fake promotions, and they even have like commentators commentating all of them. Is this the one that started that?
Might have been.
Create the wrestlers.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised because the roster and the gameplay.
Yeah.
Is really. And you know, now I realize why my stupid ass never played this back in the day. One of the biggest cons of going Team Xbox at that time is OG Xbox had the worst freaking wrestling games.
That's true. Yeah.
They got SmackDown. Here comes we got Raw and Raw too. Those were like the worst wrestling games.
I guess I just lumped these in with those. I didn't know these were better. I just lumped these games in with those. So I made a mistake thinking they were all crappy because I only played the Xbox.
Yeah, now this is not anything like those Xbox games. This was like a great wrestling game. Yeah.
And man, 6-player wrestling was big.
Look at that. Yeah.
Look at you, they were able to do 6 wrestlers at a time.
Yeah, with a referee too, and it's all smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, not clunky. Who do we have we're watching gameplay? We got Stone Cold, The Big Show, Triple H. Who's that? Brock Lesnar, The Undertaker, and Kurt Angle.
Mm-hmm.
All Hall of Famers. I think we could all agree. All right, Tylord, what's your number 5? What you got at number 5, pal?
Oh, number 5. Can you give me a hint? I have them all here, but I forgot which one. What's it start with?
It's a double F.
Double F. Okay. Oh, excellent. Yeah, I thought I had that one higher. Okay. For my number 5 is Final Fantasy 12.
Mm.
Oh, that's not the one. That's the one. That's the one. Yeah, never mind.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 12. Okay. Double F, right?
Yep.
Okay, so this one, this one. I know it looks fruity and all of that, but man, I really like this game. See, I was never into RPG. This is the first Final Fantasy I ever played, and it wasn't that long ago, maybe like under 10 years ago. I got it at Rasputin's for 50 cents. I go, wow, 50 cents for a PS2 game. That's a good deal. I brought it home and I played it. And because I kind of was interested in it back in the time, but I didn't have a PS2 then, or my little brother did. But I was kind of interested in this because it was not turn-based. It was real-time, or how do you say, like real-time action. And it was sort of like World of Warcraft type. It's like an MMO, but it's only one player campaign game, but it sort of plays like an MMO. So I was always kind of interested in it. So I got this at Rasputin's, and man, this was good. I played this for many hours. It's really if you want to get into Final Fantasies, Tib, I would say try this one first. And this made me want to try the other turn-based games. So now I like turn-based games, but this is the one that got me into it. This is a big epic adventure, sort of fantasy theme, just like all the other ones. It has a really unique style, and the world is really big. It's not really open world. It's a huge map, but usually when you go from area to area, you're just traveling on a path to get there, and it feels like a really long adventure every time you go on a quest because you're traveling through many different areas. It feels like you're really going on a long adventure with this, almost like Lord of the Rings or something. You pick up new characters. You can have on the original version, you could have 2 characters out at the same time as you. So you have 3 guys running around battling, and of course you could switch them out and level them all up. I had a really fun time leveling up all my characters, just kind of level grinding. It's I want to say live action. What's the right word? Real time. Action RPG, I guess you would say. But you could still play it like turn-based though, because you could go into this menu and set up all your attacks with all your different team members. Like have certain ones do heal and then attack, and you can arrange. So you don't really have to do anything. You could just assign them to do everything. But I think it's more fun to actually play it. Because I remember my wife and my brother and some of my friends at the time were into World of Warcraft, so I got into this one very easily. The music's super good. Yeah, all the little worlds and locations in this are really, really good. Yeah, like I say, this is the first JRPG I ever beat, and it wasn't that long ago, and it got me into playing other JRPGs.
Let me ask you
The
this.
50 cent, yeah, the best 50 cents I ever spent on the best value of a game I ever got, 50 cents.
Let me ask you this, because we're looking at gameplay here. I see a whole lot of words on here. I got to do all this reading, or is it gonna talk it out to me?
Oh, I remember it had voice acting.
Okay,
I think you didn't have to do much reading. I remember it. I'm sure not the whole game was voice acted, but for the most part, you could probably get through it if you just
All right,
listen
good.
to the voice act. Yeah.
Good. Omega, you play this one? You play? Sorry, Tyler. You play this one, Omega, or no?
I can't say I've ever played any Final. Well, I
Really?
played Final Fantasy VII very briefly, but that was it. Yeah, I've never played through a Final Fantasy game before. I do like tactical RPGs though, which are like they're like turn-based, but you control armies. So I recently picked up Final Fantasy Tactics, so I'll eventually check that out. But to be honest with you, I didn't even know Final Fantasy 12 was on the PlayStation 2. I thought maybe that might have been on PS3, but I mean,
Yeah.
here we are. I learned something because I remember there was 10 and 10-2, and then they did 11.
Yeah, and 11 was the online one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So I have no knowledge of 12 whatsoever.
Yeah, and it was 2006 or so. It was later on, and so I think it was really pushing the hardware of that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2006 it came out. It looks really good, like you're saying. It kind of looks like a PS3 game, and the big open environments. I remember the big environments are kind of cut up into sections where you go across this little lit border to load the next area. But I remember that the load times are not that bad. It's like a really smooth running, a fast paced game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't think I didn't have to have the guide or anything. I didn't have to look on maybe one time I had to look on the internet. It was a long game, so it wasn't like super frustrating.
How many hours ballpark does it take to beat this game?
I don't know. I think it took me about 50, but you could probably do it faster than that. I just like to go around and like max my guys up. So like the last boss was super easy for me because I was level grinding my characters.
That's not bad. Not bad. 50 hours. I kind of want to play that. I would give like the 7 one a shot. The most recent one. I heard that one's like has a lot of action.
Oh yes, for sure.
Cool.
Yeah, but one day I'll have to play a Final Fantasy because I've never played through I've never even booted up a Final Fantasy game, so got to give it a shot at some point. What about you, Omega? What you got at number 4? What's your number 4 pick?
All right. So for number 4, I went with Tekken Tag Tournament. Actually, I don't have it on PS2, but what I do have is this Tekken Hybrid. This was a version that came out on PS3.
Yeah.
Basically just an upscaled version of Tekken Tag Tournament, but they threw in the soundtrack and stuff like that, and the music's actually one of the major selling points of this game.
Oh, hell yeah.
Just as soon as you boot up the game, and you hear the intro theme with the piano.
Mm-hmm.
I was, first time I ever heard that, I was really taken back by it, dude. So when I heard that they were going to port it to the PlayStation 3 in a nice little HD version, I had to jump on it. Being the fan that I was of the music, I made sure to get this version of the game because it came with the physical soundtrack. I don't really know jack about the story, to be honest with you, when it comes to Tekken, but the gameplay and the music, that's enough to sell me on it. Maybe one day I'll pay attention to what the story's about, but I'm already content with everything else. So.
Yeah, is this the first one that introduced tag, right? It's two versus two, right? Is this the first one that introduced the 2 versus 2 concept?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and this was on arcades. This was arcades and PlayStation 2, and that was one way that the PlayStation 2 really showed off. Is at the time it was on par with arcade games as far as like the quality goes. So They made a different intro, I remember. Like, they made minor changes. Like, they remixed the music, so the version's music is different from the PlayStation 2's. The intros are different. Uh, so I feel like, they're both worth playing for that reason. But come to think of it, actually, just the tag made it a lot of fun, too, because it gave you a chance to try out more than one character at a time. And, man, just, even today, just I want to say it was a PlayStation 2 launch game, right? Or it was at least
Oh,
an early
really?
title. I want to say so. Just for an early title,
Yeah, it was.
yeah.
Yeah.
What? Okay, so I'd say that just for that alone, I'd say to come out with the game that looks as good as this on the PlayStation 2 that early on is impressive in and of itself.
Man, I missed out. I just thought it was that stupid firework game that was the launch game. So this actually came out at launch. This one looks awesome. We're looking at gameplay right here. It looks cool.
Fantavision. I've never played Fantavision actually.
I don't even know if I'm
I don't even
calling
know what
it correctly. Is it Fantavision?
Yeah, like that. It just has the fireworks. I'm not sure what it is. It was something I just always brushed by. Maybe it's cool. I don't know.
Remember there was a PlayStation store in San Francisco? It was like a Sony store.
Yeah.
I remember going in there when the PlayStation launched and seeing Fantavision as like the highlight, like on the TV screen. And I was looking at it like, really? This is what you guys are going to try to sell us on, huh?
Yeah.
It's like, it's pretty, I guess. Moving on, right?
Yeah. Tyler, any thoughts on this one? Have you played this one?
No, I remember it was early on, and that's kind of one of the things I was kind of sad I didn't have a PS1. I don't know if it was launched, but it was very, very close to launch. This one, and they had Street Fighter EX, but I don't think that one's as good as this.
Yeah, that's true.
This one was, just it looks so much better, because we had just had Tekken 3, which looked amazing, but this is like leagues ahead of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was one of those early discs that I think they have a blue back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never played these either. I was a big fan of Tekken on the original PlayStation. I love I know it's like janky as hell now. Maybe it doesn't hold up, but man, I loved Tekken 1 and Tekken 2. And I would, like you mentioned the music, Omega, I would just leave the lid open on the PlayStation 1 and just listen to the music, freaking music of Tekken. Like, I could imagine this is a lot better, the music in this one.
So, something I really appreciate about the Tekken franchise in general is that, at least as far as I know, like the last couple titles have like a jukebox mode, and you can listen to the music from all the prior games. That's how you know it's like they're really boasting that soundtrack. They know what they've got. They're like, check this shit out. Listen to all of it. It's good from beginning to end. It's good,
Yeah.
And they always stick with. You always know it when you hear it.
Yeah, I that's one of the video game vinyls I have is the original Tekken. I love the music on that original Tekken. Yeah, awesome pick. And I saw that guy. That's that guy that I like, the Lei, where he's like Jackie Chan, isn't he? Like kind of like the Jackie Chan character.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, is he? He's not an 8, huh? The newest one.
I thought he was in all of them.
Maybe DLC. I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, great pick. All right, I'm gonna go now to my number 4.
Right.
Gotta go with one of the revolutionary games right here, GTA Vice City. Man, first of all, when I first played the Part 3, that one blew my mind. Part 3, but I gotta say this one is probably my favorite one. Just because it's 80s, and I love 80s music. This has like freaking Broken Wings from Mr. Mister. You get to listen to the freaking Q Lazarus. What is it? Good Night. What is it? Goodbye Horses from Silence of the Lambs while you're driving around the city. I think it's like Fictional Miami, right? Fictional Miami. Man, I would just drive around in this game and just listen to the radio, listen to the music, and listen to the DJ. I forgot the DJ's name. They had like this fictional DJ, and he was pretty funny. I forgot his name, But such a fun game. I mean, it's an open box, pretty much like the world is alive. You can go around stomping hookers or like actually do the missions or yeah. I don't think I ever beat this game. I remember playing it a lot, but it was just a lot of just blowing up stuff, killing people, and listening to the music. I think that might have been my favorite part, driving around listening to the radio. I don't know if Tyler, you played this one, Vice City?
Oh, for sure, yeah. That's like one of the things I was kind of jealous Xbox didn't have it right away. Later on, it did, but then I think I may have rented a PlayStation once or twice just to play this. And of course, I never beat it. I was just because there was nothing like this before. This in Grand Theft Auto 3. Just this big open world you could drive around. It felt so real at the time and so lived in. all the weird NPCs are cussing at you, and you have the radio stations that had like 80s music on them, and yeah.
Yeah, I loved it. You played this one, Omega? You ever played Vice City?
So in general, I don't care for Grand Theft Auto in general, right?
Uh-huh.
But the aesthetic of Vice City and the music are so good. I just the other day, actually, I hopped on and was watching somebody stream this on Twitch. And all he was doing was just hopping in the car and just cruising around listening to music. And I was so into it. I was like, dude, you don't even have to complete any missions. I'm just going to listen to the music. This one song came on, Take Me As I Am by Erotic Exotic. When that shit played, I was like, oh, man, I got to add this to my Spotify now.
I don't think I know that one. Take Me As I Am.
It's such a catchy track, dude. When I heard it, I was like, whoa. You know what I mean? It's like one of those things. It's like you're scrambling with your phone to put on Shazam because and you know you're not going to be able to rewind it, and the streamer might not read your comments. So you're like, wait, what song was that? What song was that? I want to hear it. I want to hear it again. I want to add it to my playlist. But
this one had that Laura Branigan song, right? Or is that part 3?
Which one's that one?
Self-Control song. Self-Control.
Part 3 didn't have like officially licensed music. It was all like
indie music. So this one had the best songs.
Yeah. Part 3 was all like parody songs. Like you could tell they were just made for laughs. Like the songs. This one had.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
This one had like like I said, it had Mr. had freaking. The Silence of the Lambs song. That's the first time I ever heard that song because I had never watched Silence of the Lambs. I was like, man, this song is a banger. The Goodbye Horses. Yeah.
This one had Flock of Seagulls too.
Yeah. Iran. I think that was one of the commercials, the Iran song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And like you said, I think most of the time what I remember is just the driving around and listening to music.
Yeah. If I played this game, that's all I would do. I wouldn't get anything done. I would just drive around and listen to music the whole time and just check out the landscaping and everything that they're doing and they did in the game, the visuals, I guess.
Yeah. And I think you're kind of like Tony Montana, I think, in this game. It's kind of like you're kind of like Scarface in this game. Essentially.
Isn't it Ray Liotta, or is he in the third one? This is Ray Liotta, right?
Oh, I didn't know he voiced him.
Yeah, he might be this guy. He's one of them. I can't remember.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it had to be this one then. Yeah, I didn't know that. I did not know that, Tyler. Hold on, I got a button for that one.
I did not know
let me make sure.
I have to point out, like when you look at the hearts and the score and everything, the colors really match the aesthetic of the Retrowave podcast.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah.
That's where I stole my my colors from, I guess. Yeah, but see, right here you can just blow up shit. But I just like driving around, listening to the radio, and the DJ was always hilarious. The DJ they had on there.
Oh, yeah, that is him. It's Ray Liotta. It's got Burt Reynolds. It's got Dennis Hopper. It's got Luis Guzman. It's got Robert Davi's in it. It's
no way. Name. Robert Davi's in it.
Danny Trejo, Gary Busey, Lee Majors, that Faruza Balk. It's endless. It has a big, huge cast.
That's great. I did not know that.
Give this game a chance. I need to try this one for myself instead of watching other people.
Tom Sizemore's in it.
I did not know that.
Damn, Tylord dropping the knowledge. I did not know that about that. But it kind of makes sense because the first one, the part 3 was so huge. It makes sense they probably went like all out on this one.
Lawrence Taylor's in it.
Oh, LT, the football player?
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, so that's my number 4 pick. Tylord, what's your number 4 pick?
Okay, so I had to choose a James Bond game. It's just my tradition, and I already talked about From Russia with Love a bunch. It feels like we've done PlayStation 2 before, have we, or no? That's the first time.
Which one? PlayStation 2? No.
Have we done PlayStation? We haven't. Okay, it feels very deja vu. I know I've talked about From Russia with Love and Everything or Nothing and other Bond games before that are multi-platforms. So I thought I'd pick one that's not multi-platform, and that's Quantum of Solace. And that is on the next gen. It's on PS3 and Xbox 360, but this was the only 6th gen it was on, and it's way different. It's developed by Eurocom, and it's a third person, which I kind of prefer for Bond games because I like to see Bond. It has a really good model of Daniel Craig there, so it mixes stealth with action shooting. It's cover based. It's way ahead of what you would think a PS2 could do. It kind of plays more like Uncharted or something. It's really impressive for a PlayStation 2 game. So you got stealth takedowns, you got shooting, you got of course you can shoot out chandeliers and typical Bond stuff to take out the enemies. There's little areas you can shoot to make it easier. Like of course the conveniently placed propane tanks and all that. You can do stealth. It has a lot of QTEs. Like when you get into a cutscene, they'll do QTEs, kind of like Shenmue or Resident Evil 4. But there's not really much to this. It kind of seems foolish to have a game like this when I don't have something like Metal Gear, because this really has no. After you beat it, there's really not anything, and there's no multiplayer. But I just like the idea that this game was on PlayStation 2, and it's just like a nice playing action shooter game with a little story. It follows Quantum of Solace and Casino Royale, just like the other version. So you get a lot of sets from Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace in here. And the music's really good. It's just really cool to play these Bond games. And I didn't know about this game until a couple of years ago. I always just assumed it was a crappy version of the PS3 version. But this is a totally different game from different developers, and I think it's really impressive. And it's very late 2008, I believe, PlayStation 2. So I think PlayStation 2 is pretty much dead by then.
Yeah, 360 was out already. PS3.
Yeah. So I just this one just flew under my radar. Like I would have been all over this game if I knew, because I always just played the Xbox 360 version. But yeah, this is a really cool game. I think it has all the voices too. It actually has Daniel Craig and Judi Dench. Yeah. So I really Quantum of Solace. I had to put a Bond game in there. I think it's kind of a little hidden gem right here.
I think it's like my wrestling quota. You gotta have your James Bond quota. I think Omega, if I'm not mistaken, I think I've seen you play through the PS3 version of this, or was it another Daniel Craig Bond game?
You watched me play Bloodstone,
Okay,
although I do have this on the PlayStation 3, and I have played it on the PlayStation 3, in fact. I played it all the way through, and I made the same assumption, the same initial assumption that it was just going to be an inferior version of the PlayStation 3 version, until the 00 agent himself, Tylord, told me, hey, the PlayStation 2 version is different. So I went to one of the closest stores I was at, I was close to at the time, which was The Cave. I think I was like in the Sacramento area, and they had it complete for $8. I picked it up, and now I have it too. I haven't played it yet, not this version anyway, but I'm excited to check it out.
Oh, yeah.
I've never played a Bond game. I think outside of the Master System one, I think for a little bit on my bike. Is that the Master? Oh no, the Genesis one that I sent you. Omega.
Yeah, Genesis. Yeah.
Genesis one.
The Genesis
Yeah,
one.
you sent it.
Yeah, that one. That's the only one I've played, and I was like, I could not get past the first stage. But
it's tough. He beat that in one stream the first time he played it. What an asshole!
Like that dumb luck I had. Dumb luck, I promise.
Yeah.
Dude, when I played Quantum of Solace on the PS3,
Yeah,
that was the first time I felt. I mean, because I've played so many James Bond games before that, but that was the first time I felt like I was James Bond playing
yeah,
through the game. The animations are so
yeah.
good.
So good.
The the isms, right? The way he moves, the mannerisms of the
Yeah,
character are believable.
yeah,
Dude, it's such a good looking game. Even now, the PlayStation 2 game, dude, that I
yeah.
just from looking at this gameplay, it looks just
Uh,
as good. It looks really, really good. I would totally play through this.
okay.
It looks kind of like the Metal Gear you showed, like Metal Gear with like a
Hmm.
little bit of gears, maybe like a little bit of
Yeah,
cover system. Yeah, it looks pretty
yeah.
cool. Looks like a cool action game.
Oh yeah.
Um, all right, I'll go to my number three. I don't actually have a copy of my number three. I have a
Hmm.
PS3 collection version. I gotta go with
Just as
God of War, the original God of War
Ooh,
on the
okay.
PS2. Man, I love God of War. I remember the first time I ever played it. It felt like I was in like a epic movie. What's that?
yeah.
Clash of the Titans. It felt
I,
like I was
I,
yeah. I felt like I was playing
Mhm.
Clash of the Titans, the video game.
Oh yeah.
The first boss is like a freaking, I don't even know what you call it, like a two-headed
Hydra.
drag.
It was Hydra.
Hydra.
The
Yeah.
Hydra.
Yeah, like the two, and you're like, what? Like I've never played fought a boss like this, and it's like super epic. And yeah, I remember beating the game and like being in love with the God of War and the music, the epic music, and Kratos is like the ultimate badass. He's pretty much like you're like ripping people in half. Yeah, I think there's scenes where he's like sleeping with the ladies, isn't he? Isn't he kind of like
Right.
I think there's like
Mini gamer.
yeah, there's like a mini game or something where you have to like you have to
Nice.
you know what I mean? With it's like an actual mini game for God of War. But yeah, such an epic game. I have played the newer version, the PS4, the when they did God of War, but it's like a third person. I think I prefer this style better. Like just like a hack and slash.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just more fun and just destroying enemies, ripping off their limbs, like using I think what do he call them? The blades? I forgot what he calls those blades. The blades of
It's
Olympia or
like
something.
I forget.
Yeah,
yeah,
but this is a badass game. I love this game. I'm currently playing through part two on the Vita, on the collection. So,
yeah.
yeah, really,
Nice.
I love these. I'm looking forward to playing through the Vita part two version and playing part three on the PS3. I don't know, Mega. Have you ever played God of War, the OG God of War?
Oh yeah. So it's a funny story about that actually. When I was my very first job, I was working at a fast food joint. There was a Blockbuster that was a walk away. So like sometimes during my break, I would just I would walk over there, and I would just browse the games and see what they had. And I remember I saw God of War there, and I rented it, and I was so excited. I said, "Oh, I can't wait to get home and play it and everything." I don't think my car was working at the time, so I had to walk home, right? So I grabbed the game, I rented it, I went back inside, I finished my shift, and I left it in the break room and forgot to take it with me. And I walked all the way home.
Oh
I
no
was
way!
so upset. I was like,
Oh
man,
man.
I missed out because I think at the time it was only like a 2 day
Oh,
run. So I said, well, there goes one of my 2 days right there, just sitting just sitting there.
So someone jacked it,
Uh,
or what
no,
happened?
no, nobody jacked actually. I forgot it in the break room. So the very next day when I went back to work, I picked it up then, and then I finally played it that night, and then I had to return it. But dude, yeah, it's an epic game. It looks so good, and when they ported it to the PlayStation 3, I finished one and two on the PlayStation 3. I think off that same collection that you have, in fact.
Oh yeah,
I said to I said I'm gonna play the third one afterwards, and I never got around to it. So I only ever played the first two. But yeah, this was such a fun game.
yeah. I hear three's really good. The one on the PS3. I hear that's like a really good one. You ever play this one,
Oh
Tylord, God
yeah.
of War?
No, but my brother. This is like when my brother had a PlayStation 2. So when I would go over, that's I think it's when I had my own. I had an apartment with some roommates, but I would go to my dad's house and watch my brother play this all the time. So I kind of know the whole game just from watching him play it. But I do kind of want to go revisit this myself and play it. Yeah, but just the Clash of the Titans, the whole Greek mythology thing. This game nailed it. That fantasy Greek mythology, and then it's also super over masculine and violent, and yeah, just awesome game.
Yeah, I just remember there's this other, like, you fight this Cyclops and you like rip out his eyeball, his giant eyeball. It's like such a badass game. I think one of the few games that makes you feel like, damn, you feel like you might grow some chest hair while you're playing this game.
Yeah, they had a good little story.
Yeah, I think he gets what's the story? I think his family's murdered. So
I think or one of the gods tricked him into killing his own family, or what was it?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I think it was like Zeus or something, because I think you fight Zeus at the end. I think.
And I remember Zeus would do that. He had a Kamehameha.
Yeah, such a great. I love this. This might be my favorite. Like, well, maybe not my favorite, but like definitely like top 2, top 3, like PlayStation mascots. Kratos. I love Kratos. Such a badass.
Yeah.
So that's my number 3. Let's go to what you got at number 3, Tylordicus.
Okay, so
You want a hint?
Omega just had one. This is my latest entry, right? Yeah.
You have is because I'm looking at another screen. Is it Tekken?
Yeah, my latest entry. Yeah, I had another game. I wanted to have a fighting game in here, and I was going to put MK Deception, which I love, but I kind of wanted something that was just not multi-platform, something that was only available on PS2 at the time, and that's Tekken 4. And this is the game I was so jealous of when I was a big Sony hater, and I was only about Xbox, but I was so jealous. Like, when's Tekken 4 going to come to Xbox? It'll be so much better on Xbox. But I wanted this game so bad. Finally, later on, when I did get a PlayStation, I got it. But this game was at the arcade at the movie theater, the one we drove by the other day, Omega, that big movie theater we drove by. It might even still be there. It's all faded now, but it's been there for like 30 years. Tekken 4, I used to play it there all the time. And then, so once I got this, like, oh yeah, this is my favorite Tekken game. I don't know what it is about this one, but you can see it kind of looks more realistic. I think they were kind of going for, like, UFC was starting to get big around this time. So they're starting to kind of like go for kind of more like realistic looking fighting, even though it still plays the same darn way. But it's just like the environments are a little bit like they kind of slope like Virtua Fighter 3 did. And I see there's water and it's kind of interactive. It's really realistic. I just love the style of this game and the little roster. Yeah. And it has Tekken Force mode in here too on the PlayStation version.
Ooh.
Yeah. So yeah, this is my favorite Tekken game. See how the camera angle is, and just something about this one I really, really like it. I like all of the Tekkens, but something about this one's my favorite.
Look at that! They're fighting in front of a movie theater.
Yeah, they're inside of a mall right here. Yeah, and then, I think you fight on the rooftop in one level. You fight in the jungle in one area. You're almost in like a Fight Club type arena in one, where you're like there's a bunch of cars around and there's the audience. Everyone's gathered around. It's really cool.
Nice.
I was gonna say the graphics from Tag Tournament to this one look like substantially better.
Yeah, that's the thing about this one. This was a huge jump from Tekken 3. Maybe that's why this was so appealing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How about this one, Omega? You're a fighting game fan. I know you're a Tekken guy. What do you think of this one, Tekken 4?
I've never played 4. That's the thing. Outside of Tekken Tag and some Tekken 6, like I didn't play too many of the other Tekken titles, so I missed out on 1, 2, 3, and 4, and God, most of 7. Yeah, and I'm barely getting into 8. So this is one that actually I didn't actually get this one until recently. Tylord actually bought me a copy when we were at the Roseville Expo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because my collection of Tekken games is very spotty. I have Tag, 4, and I want to say 7 and 8. I'm not even sure, but yeah, I've never played this one. It looks really good though. I'm actually really impressed by it, like you said, by the graphics when you compare it to Tag. It's definitely a big jump in graphics. So that was definitely something that Namco always stood on, was their graphics, dude. All their games always looked really good.
For sure. Yeah, even Tekken 3 was so much better. Like there was nothing that looked like that on PS1, and then this thing came around and
that's crazy.
it looks like it exponentially increased in the graphics.
Yeah, it looks like a big jump. It looks almost like a 360 game.
Yeah, this isn't even that late of a game. It's 2001. This is kind of not that late of a.
Oh wow!
No, 2002 on PlayStation 2, Arcade 2001. So this isn't even that late of a PlayStation 2 game. Look how good it looks.
Yeah, it looks awesome. I guess I'm starting to realize what I kind of missed out on stuff when I jumped to the Xbox and was like, screw the PS2. I want to see the wrestling games and these Tekken games. Like, damn, these look badass.
Yeah.
Nothing against Dead or Alive, but I think I got to go Tekken over Dead or Alive.
Sure.
I mean, the physics though on Dead or Alive are pretty nice.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
No, I don't know. Some of the physics in this one are pretty darn good too. Like the females in Tekken 4 look really good. That's
Before we leave, because this is the you guys picked 2 Tekken games. Omega picked the Tekken Tag Tournament. You picked Tekken 4. This is the last Tekken game on our list. So before we go to the next pick, well, who's your guy, Omega? Who's your Tekken character? Who's your go-to?
I really took a liking to Steve Fox, although he was introduced pretty late in the series.
Is he the boxer? The boxer guy?
Yeah, he doesn't have a kick. He has just dodges and bob and weave and strikes. He has no kicks, right?
Right. Yeah, he doesn't have any kicks. He does have a move where he like steps on your foot really hard and then he hits you with like
that's like a throw.
Yeah. I also actually she's from Tekken. I think she was introduced in Tekken 7 and she's in 8 as well. She's like a kickboxer, Lydia Sobieska or something.
Yeah.
I love her too.
For the audio listeners, what the hell are we seeing here? Like, hey Hayachi dressed like Yokozuna. What's going on?
He's the Hayachi in the diaper is the boss of the game. He fight like in the octagon.
Absolutely. Who's your guy? Your go-to guy?
My guy was either Diaper Man here, or like he wasn't one of the original characters. You can unlock him in this, but Paul Phoenix was usually my guy, or Nina, or
Nina.
I don't know. It depends on. See, I like King because of all of his wrestling moves. But I could do better with Paul because he had like those super hard power moves, and you could flip him up and get like it's easy to get like double hits and juggle with Paul. So, yeah, probably Paul Phoenix.
I think I gotta go Tekken for the obvious reason, like you said. He's the pro wrestler. I always loved King, but I also really liked the Lei guy. That's his name, right? The Jackie Chan top guy. I always liked him because of his kicks.
Yeah.
And I just realized I jumped Omega Man on the list. I got a button for that too. Hold on.
Pendejo.
There you go. My bad, Omega Man. I jumped you. I just noticed right now. So let's go to your number 3 pick, Omega Man. What you got number? And I really like this number 3 pick, by the way. Let's see it.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right on.
Black.
Got Twisted Metal Black.
This was the game to own when you had the multi-tap. So you could play 4 players, dude. And the stories were all dark, which, I was young at the time, so, it was all about being edgy at the time. dude, the unlockables in this game were so cool. How you had to interact with the environment and figure out how to unlock characters that way.
Oh wow.
In this stage here, there's actually a giant plane flying in the background, and you're supposed to fire missiles at it and cause it to crash. And then when you find inside the wreckage, you find one of the hidden characters in there.
Oh, that's tight.
So, dude, this game was so fun, dude. And this was one of those games that had cheat codes, so you could do one hit kills and stuff like that, or infinite ammo, etc. But I enjoyed the game so much that I decided to play through it in its entirety without using any cheats.
Yeah.
I played through the game with every single character.
It's not like that bullshit crap Twisted Metal 2 that only gives you 2 lives for the whole game, right?
I think this one was I think this one was more generous than that, more. It was a lot nicer in that one. And what was I gonna say? Shoot,
Sorry about
no, you're good. I'm trying to remember. So the roster's awesome. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So when you actually finish the game with every character, you unlock. I want to say it was the boss from the first game.
Minion.
Oh, Minion.
Minion.
Yeah.
Yeah, you unlock Minion, and then he speaks in code. So if you
That's right. Yeah.
yeah, so if you wanted to understand what he was saying or read the story or anything, you had to look it up online on how to decipher what he was saying. I thought that was pretty cool.
That's awesome. I didn't know that.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't know. I remember unlocking Minion because I remember playing with my friends and we would choose Minion sometimes, which was like a cheat because his special would throw what in that one? Did he throw everyone's super or what did he do? He had like a super overpowered finisher.
5 missiles and like napalm all at once.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Any thoughts on this one, Tylord? Have you played this one, Twisted Metal Black?
Yeah, I love this one. Yeah, not as much as the first 2, but my brother and I did play this one a lot. And yeah, just all the fun little stories each character has, and all the little fun characters, and it's so dark. It almost has like a fighting game vibe. These Twisted Metals, where each little character has a backstory, and then they each have their own ending. And then I think didn't it have the Rolling Stones song on there, that Painted Black?
Painted Black.
They did.
Yeah, I like that song. And then, but what was cool was the boss of this was Warhawk from Warhawk, the video game, right?
That's true. I forgot that.
Yeah, that was he was the boss of this.
Oh, I didn't.
And so you'd see him over and over. You'd see the pilot die when you unlock it, or when you beat it with different characters.
I don't even remember. I don't remember that. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
Yeah, great pick right here, pal. I love this pick, as you can tell. Wearing the T-shirt here, I love that pick right there. We're gonna
mention before you say it. Before you go, I just have to mention how cool the manual for the manual. They made it look like it was like notes on all the different characters and stuff like that, and pictures. This is the bios. Junkyard Dog. Billy Ray, what was his name? Billy Ray something. Billy Ray.
Yeah.
Billy Ray Cyrus?
Well, that Billy Ray Stillwell was my favorite character in the game.
Which one was he? What vehicle was that?
It's Roadkill.
He drove like a really big semi, and his move just ram into people.
Oh, Dark Side. Isn't that Dark Side?
Dark Side's the...
You know what?
Because I know
I might have him confused with the character.
Because I know Dark Side's the trailer.
Dark Side's the girl with the mask. Huh?
It might have been. Yeah, actually, you're right. Yeah, Dark Side. Yeah, Dollface. Yeah, you're totally right. Yeah, just underrated manual.
Yeah, that's tight. Yeah.
How come we don't get anything like that, Omega? How come we don't get any more colored manuals anymore?
Cutting corners, man, to save money for the man at the top there.
I was just looking at this Tekken one. It's really cool how it has like it shows you how to do all the moves, and then it has like little character bios and all their moves and all that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, cool. I dig that pick, Omega Man. And since you got jumped, you're actually next again. So give us your number 2 pick. Give us your number 2 pick here.
So my number 2 pick is Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks.
Very nice.
There we go. It was such a fun co-op experience, being able to play alongside your friend, unlocking moves, revisiting. I mean, God, even that area right there was where you fought Goro in MK1.
Yeah.
So, like, they took iconic areas from the first couple games. You know, they just treat them as actual environments that you can explore and you can find secrets. And I really liked how this was one of the games that really expanded on the MK lore. You know, before Deception and Armageddon, and you know, because those games actually gave you like a full open world exploration, and boy, those really opened up the story. But dude, this was such a fun game to play with your friends, and you were able to unlock Scorpion and Sub-Zero when you finished the game, so you could play through it a second time, and that adds replay value there.
Yeah.
That's dope. These guys are brothers, right? What's this dude's name? The Mad Hatter?
Oh,
The Hat
wow.
Man? Was
Kung Lao and the Hat Guy.
That's what I call him, the Hat Guy. And Liu Kang are brothers, right?
I want to say they're from like the same, like they're from the White Lotus. What was it called? It was like a clan or something. I forgot.
They're from different eras or different time periods, right?
I always thought they were related.
I'm not sure of. Yeah, maybe they are. I don't remember.
I just remember in that new movie, my friend and I at work always make fun of him. That new movie that came out. Remember, Kung Lao died in the movie, and Liu Kang was like, "I can't do anything without my baby."
Any thoughts on this one, Tylord? Have you played this Shaolin Monks?
No, I want to. I was hoping maybe we could play it in December.
Yeah. As soon as you said it's a co-op game, I was like, dude, why haven't I played this? That sounds badass.
Yeah, same here, yeah. Yeah, because I love this series, so I don't know how, and I love beat 'em up, so I don't know how this has passed me by.
I think I ignored it, well, because I was on Xbox, but I think this might have been Xbox too, right? Or was it a PS2?
It was on Xbox. It was.
I think I just ignored it because I thought it was just like a spin-off. I'm like, oh, this is not Mortal Kombat. This is not a fighting game.
We thought they were all crappy like Omega's Sub-Zero.
Yeah, I think that's what I thought. I thought it was like that. What was that Sub-Zero game you beat on your live stream? What's it called?
God, Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero. It's a rough one, man. Oof.
This looks up my alley. This looks badass right here. It looks kind of like God of War, but like you're playing co-op. You're doing like a co-op God of War. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's the best way to describe it. Honestly, look at that.
Oh, he has his moves too. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got his moves, dude. He spins and chops them to pieces, man. It was such a good game.
Yeah, great pick.
Yeah.
Great pick right there, pal. Like that pick right there. I'm gonna go to my number 2 pick here. I gotta go. I don't have a copy of the game, but I have the PS3 remastered. I don't know how to pronounce the damn game. I always called it Eco, but I've heard it's called Ico.
I don't know if it's Eco, right?
But from the same makers of Shadow of the Colossus. Ico, whatever you want to call it. Man, I used to love this freaking game. I remember beating this on the PS2. And it's kind of one of those games that, like, I think it always just stayed with me. Like, it always just, like, the story of the game always just stuck with me. It's one of probably the only video game I've ever played where I got a little choked up, pals. I remember I had a little knot in my throat in this game. I've never had a game do that to me, and this game did that to me, like the little knot. Like, well, what the hell? Am I about to shed a tear right here? But such a fun little game. You're like this little dude that's wearing like he has like horns or something. He has like horns, and it's kind of like chaperone kind of thing where you're chaperoning like this girl that doesn't talk, and you're kind of getting her. There she is. She's in the cage. We're watching the gameplay. You're like kind of chaperoning her around the whole world, and you're fighting like these dark shadow creatures, and you're just trying. I think you just have like a stick, and then you get like a sword. I think at some point, but very simple game. Like very simple game, but one of those games that I'm like, I need to go back and play it on the PS3 because I loved it so much back in the day. I don't know. I don't know if you've ever played this, Tylord. Ico.
This is another one my brother had. I would watch him play it. But I don't ever think I saw the ending or the sad part. But I remember you're escorting the blind princess around. It looked pretty cute.
That's a great one. Have you played this one, Omega? Ico.
No, I've never played this, but I did play a little bit of Shadow of the Colossus, and I think they're part of like the same universe or something like that, right? I'd like to play through this one. It's on the PlayStation 3, like an upscaled version of it. So I think that'd probably be the way that I'd want to go about trying that. Yeah,
that's the one I have. The remaster,
dude, and the box art looks so good too. Man.
Yeah, I think I flipped it. I think it has like reversible art, so you can just show like the generic like little collection. But I just like that It's a good. I honestly I play Shadow of the Colossus on the PS3, no PS4. Mm-hmm. I might piss some people off. I didn't think it was all that. I didn't think Shadow of the Colossus was all that. I beat the whole game too. Yeah. Sorry if I piss anyone off, but I didn't think it was all that. But Ico, whatever you want to call it, I think this is where it's at right here. It is a great game. Very simple game. A little bit of a tear jerker, if you will. So that's my number 2 pick. What do you got, Tyler, at number 2?
Okay, I got another tear jerker here. I don't know if it's that sad. I remember it got me in the feels, though, was Dragon Quest VIII. Okay, so I was talking about I never played any turn-based until this thing. So this thing kind of turned me out. Okay, maybe I'll play some more Final Fantasy. So I played like 7 and 10 and a couple other turn-based. And then this thing, I always thought it looked really cool. It had that, what is the guy's name that does Dragon Ball? He just passed away. Akira Toriyama artwork, yeah. So it has that Akira Toriyama art style. And I remember always seeing this game, and it looked. And I didn't have a PlayStation at the time. I thought, man, this game looks really cute, and the whole design of it looks really good, and the music sounds really good. It's really super orchestrated. Koshi Sugiyama, the composer, is really, really good. I don't know if he's passed away or not, but the music in here is just something epic. But anyway, so I never played this until recently when I had my heart surgery. I was recovering, and I couldn't. My right arm was numb, so I couldn't really play any. Like I couldn't even open the door with a key. Like I couldn't hold the key. Like my arm was so numb, so I couldn't really play fighting games or anything fast paced. But I was playing this thing turn based. I played this over my recovery, and what a fantastic game! I think I spent 80 hours on it, but it was all worth it. I'd say this game is perfect for an RPG. It looks good. It sounds good. Every single little character in here I liked. I liked the story. I would say this is like the Princess Bride of video games. Like Princess Bride is such a cute, fun movie. And then I'd say this is like two movies. Princess Bride is 2 movies. This is the video game. It's just such a cute little fantasy, fun story. All the characters are super likable, and it's all voice acted. They usually all have like an English accent. Hello. But they'll have little accents, and pretty much everything is voiced over in this, which is pretty amazing. It's all on one disc. Like some of those Final Fantasies, aren't they on multiple? I guess not on PS2. This has a demo of actually Final Fantasy 12 on it, but this came out in 2006. But yeah, this one, I played it over my recovery because all you do in RPGs is press X over and over. So this game was super fun to visit all the little worlds. This is an open world too, open world game. So I thought it's really ahead of its time. turn-based, of course. So every time you don't see the enemies on the board, they're just random encounters. But the environments are huge and they're cartoony and they look really, really good. But on top of that, the load times are virtually like they don't exist. They're non-existent. The load times in this is really amazing. Yeah, super fun game. It kind of, I don't think I ever died. Maybe one time I died on the first box because I didn't really understand how to play. Right. But after that, I would just like level grind, and I think I got through the whole game without dying. But I mean, it kind of got stressful in some areas, but nothing super stressful. Like I was recovering from heart surgery, but yeah. There's so many fun little points in this game, like funny little characters at the end. After you meet the final boss, there's like a final little story at the end. It's kind of like a really heartwarming little ending. I don't want to give it away if you play the game, but it's the story is about the main guy here. I don't think he has a name. I just named him like Tylordicus or whatever.
Tylord.
Or whatever I put my name in, or Gaylord. I always put like a name. But he's escorted around by this little troll guy who used to be a king, but now he's a little ugly troll, and he has a mule with him, and that mule is actually the princess, and the only one that can talk to him is the main character. So they have those little characters. They're traveling around, and the poor princess is stuck as a mule, and the king is like, he's just this little Yoda-looking guy, and no one takes him seriously. He's a little joke character, like comic relief, but he's a former king. And then he has his buddy who's kind of like the tank. He kind of talks like Jason Statham or something. And then there's like a sexy lady that's with them, and then or a couple sexy ladies, of course, and then like there's like a ladies' man type dude that's with them. So there's like fun little typical RPG characters in this, and I thought all the little stories tie together. Like each time you go to a different area, there's a little fun little story. Like it's almost like a TV series or a little. Each one's like a little episode every time you go to an area, but they all tie together. All their stories tie together towards the end. I think everything about this game is perfect. Dragon Quest VIII.
Is this the one you were? Is this the one you were playing on the DS?
Oh no, that was 7. That's another good one. Yeah. Yeah.
You ever play this one, Omega? Yeah. I don't know if I've ever heard you talk about Dragon Quest games.
No. I think the first one's Dragon Warrior, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That right there, what you just heard, is the extent of my knowledge of this franchise. That's all I know. That and, like you said, the artwork, the DBZ man himself,
Yeah.
I think he also did Chrono Trigger.
That's true. Yeah, Chrono Trigger.
That's it. You've heard. I've just expelled all the knowledge I have of this game.
Well, you don't need to know anything about any. My wife and daughter are really into Dragon Quest builders, also, so we hear this music all the time. This music has become part of our household. The Dragon Quest songs are so good, but you wouldn't have to play any other Dragon Quest to get into this one. It's just like its own standalone story.
Good to know.
Yeah, I haven't played. The only ones I ever beat was Dragon Warrior 7 and 8, and that's it.
I've never played them. I think I've always stayed away from RPGs because I'm like, well, growing up, I was like, why do I have to push a button and then wait for him to hit him?
Exactly.
So when I
sit there and wait, that's so lame. Yeah, go ahead.
When I was a kid, that's what I thought. I was like, I don't understand it. But I know it's more than that. It's like you're building your guy, you're going through quests, you're farming. Yeah. So now I think I would actually like it now that I'm older, and I kind of sometimes like slower pace stuff. But the thing that deters me is the length. When I hear like 100 hours, I'm like, oh man, if I play that's all I'm gonna be playing for like I don't know how long.
I mean, this took me a long time, so it's like I played other stuff. You can like go play other stuff and then come back to it. Just maybe take like a year. I think maybe even before my heart surgery, I had started playing it like a year before that, but I only played maybe like 20 hours. But then after my heart surgery, I played like the other 60 hours.
Yeah, maybe that's a good point. Like playing it like in spurts, like here and there. Just keep playing it in between stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. That was your number 2, Omega. What you got at number 1? For those who know Omega, this probably not gonna be a shocker here.
Big surprise, but that's why I'm repping the Castlevania shirt, the Belmont Clan. My favorite PlayStation 2 game is Castlevania Lament of Innocence for the PlayStation 2. The US didn't have a collector's edition of the game, so I had a guy make like a custom sleeve for me. You know, it's like makes it pop a little bit more. I've also got this. Well, I should probably talk about the gameplay right before anything, but like I think the game itself has some of the best gameplay of the franchise. You know, it's their. At this point, I feel like they had perfected the 3D. You know, with the 64 games, they were still a little rough around the edges, but with this one here, they really knocked it out of the park. I feel the music is all composed by Michiru Yamane, and she's been composing the music for the series ever since Castlevania Bloodlines for the Sega Genesis.
Wow.
So from Genesis onwards, pretty much every single game soundtrack is all her, and this is one of the best soundtracks that she's made to date. Leon Belmont's theme. By the way, that's Leon Belmont. He's the first Belmont, right? He's the guy who established the Belmont family clan. He's the origin story of the Belmonts. He has his own theme like every other Belmont does, and his song is so good. It's so good, and it hits like almost like at a climax of the game. Most of the time when you hear a song and it's like the main character's theme, you hear it like within the first 10 minutes of the game. But for him, you hear it for the first time when you are approaching the final section of the game. So you really get the amped up. It gets you motivated. It gets you pumped up to fight the main boss, you know?
Is this the one you beat recently on your stream? Or this is not the same one?
Yeah, I did play through this one somewhat recently, actually. I got to show you guys this here. So Japan did get a collector's edition of the game. And it came in this big fancy box, and it's got Leon Belmont on the front there. You know, it's got some artwork on the back, but
that's cool.
I'll show you guys like
pretty nice.
Yeah, there was supposed to be like a little piece of cardboard that slips on and it kind of holds it shut. But I mean, I bought it like this because that was what was available at the time. And let me see here. What else? I don't even remember what it. Oh, it has a lithograph. It has a lithograph. I've never opened it. It still has the seal on there.
That's pretty cool.
Show and tell, if you will. It's got a soundtrack sampler of like the game soundtrack, and then there's the game itself. The Japanese cover, you'll notice, is actually very different from the North American cover. I can kind of show you guys these side by side, but
that's a fancy.
One of the reasons I wanted it on
fancy collectible right there.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons I got it on the Japanese version is because I saw that the cover is so different, and the voice acting, obviously, this one is Japanese voice acting. This one has English voice actors. So, I went a little bit extra for this game here just because I loved it that much, you know?
It's badass. Have you played that one, Tylord, or no?
No, I kind of want to. I played Curse of Darkness, and I really liked that one. But like I said, that wasn't on. Curse of Darkness was on Xbox, and that one was. So I didn't. But it looks really good.
Yeah, that is worth mentioning that this Castlevania game was released on PS2 and not Xbox. So Tib, if you're looking for another PlayStation 2 exclusive, this is a good one to go with.
Oh, okay. I've never. The only Castlevania game I've really played was Bloodlines on the Genesis, just because I owned it, and I would just get completely wrecked and make it to like stage 3 maybe. But that's what I want to go back to. I want to go back to and see if I can will my way through that game somehow.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and you'd be familiar with her music then too, because that was the first game she composed. So if you ever get around to
Oh,
finishing that and playing this, it's the same
Oh, that's cool.
composer.
Yeah, I love the bloodlines. The music I was able to hear from at least the first like 2-3 stages. I used to love that
Yeah,
first song. Yeah, great pick. So that's your number one. Like I said, no surprise for everybody that knows Omega.
yeah. So no
Big
one's surprised.
Castlevania guy.
Oh
Uh
yeah,
and this is the only repeat. This is my number one. This is my number
oh
one. I
dude,
have to put this at number one. I had to go
excellent.
Twisted Metal Black. I love
yeah,
this game so much. I got it right here. I was like, do I even own this? I do own it. Twisted
dude,
Metal
nice.
Black. Used to play this like as soon as this came out. I think my friends. I don't know how many hours we put into this, but we probably put over like 100 hours into this game. And like you said, I don't even remember if we had the multi tap. I just remember we would do like 1v1 like nonstop. We'd always be playing Twisted Metal Black, and we loved going through the co-op, like the co-op campaign, because you could do two-player co-op through the campaign, and so
That is
badass.
true.
Yeah, you could do co-op so badass, and like we're watching right here, like the cutscenes. Like each character had his own story, and it would have like the video cutscenes for that character. I think Calypso's thing is he grants you a wish, and then you you get the wish, but it's like the monkey's paw thing where it
Yeah.
bites you in the ass
Yeah.
somehow. But I think my guy was Roadkill. I loved Roadkill.
Oh yeah,
I think this is your guy we're looking at, isn't it? The guy you said that.
yeah, yeah. That's the character I would use. Yeah,
Yeah, I love like the dark stories and just how it almost felt like a Tales from the Crypt episode where
Yeah.
yeah.
someone would like get a wish or thought he had one over on everybody, and then at the end there's like no Disney fairy tale endings at the end.
No.
Yeah, we used to play this all my friends and I all the time. Probably one of the only games that I was like I that at that time, I'm sure if I played people that have played this a lot, I get my ass whipped. But one of those rare games where I was like, yeah, I could beat all of my friends in this game, Twisted Metal, because I
Yeah.
loved it so much. And one of my friends used to get pissed because I like to run away. I like to run away a lot. So we'd play on the big maps, and I shoot him from far, and tagging him from far, and he'd be like, "No, no, no, we're playing on this stage." I think it was like literally a square. I don't remember what the stage was. We're playing in this stage, and I think he picked the taxi because if you remember the taxi, he had like spikes. His special was like he had
Mhm.
spikes. He's like, no, no, you're only allowed to play on this stage because all you do is run away. Yeah, but man, love this game. I'd love to go through it again. Campaign, like co-op campaign. Hopefully we meet up again. We're gonna be meeting up soon. Hopefully one of these times we can get through part two again. We can hopefully get through part two for once and then do black. Twisted Metal Black co-op.
Wait,
That'd be awesome.
so, have you played Head On? Twisted Metal Head On
You
for the
know
PS2?
what? I missed out on those. Is that good? I think I have it.
So I think Head On is like a remake of 2, if I remember correctly, but the PS2 version of it included uh deleted content from like an unreleased sequel to Twisted Metal Black, so that might be of interest.
Uh,
What? I have it. I haven't played it. I haven't played it.
yeah.
Let
It
me
was the PSP originally, right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let
Yeah,
me
it was
just
originally a PSP. That's right.
Now that you bring up like the sequels, I remember loving one, loving two. I think the company was it Incognito, I think, or Incog
Mm-hmm.
something. But I remember I loving one and two, and then three came out, and I think 989 had taken over. And I remember
Uh,
like playing. Have you ever started playing a game and you're like, "Oh yeah, this is great," but inside you're like, "This is not great." Like, what? Something's off. Like, what is this? And like the Rob Zombie music's playing in part three, and you're like, "Yeah, this is fun," but you're like, "Oh, what the fuck is this? This is not Twisted Metal 2. What is this?" And I remember
Wow.
for a long time I hated 989. I was like, 989 ruined Twisted Metal. Uh, but when they came back to that Incognito, or I don't know the name of the company, but they made Black, and that's why I think
oh,
Black
okay.
is so good because they made the first two.
Yeah, it feels very faithful to the first.
Yeah, Black. My favorite, I think, is still 2, just because of the nostalgia. But I think Black's the best one, probably best Twisted Metal game. All right, Tyler, what you got? I left you the last number 1 pick. Tell us about flap your gums about this one.
Okay, I flapped about this gum. I flapped my gums about this game probably many times before on your show, but I had to pick it. There's no other Resident Evil 4, and I know it's multi-platform. It came out on GameCube a little bit before this in 2005, but later on in October it came out for PlayStation, and I wouldn't even expect this game could run on PlayStation 2. Like, that's why I thought, yeah, GameCube was so badass. It has Resident Evil 5. Like, it looks like the graphics were way ahead of its time. It looks like 360 graphics, but like, there's no way this thing's going to be on PlayStation. And then here it comes on PlayStation. I didn't have one. So then, of course, I had to get a PlayStation 2 so I could get this new version of Resident Evil 4 that had extra content.
Nice.
But, got the steel book for it. You could, I don't know if you can tell from the pictures, it doesn't look quite as good. There's way less detail than the GameCube version. But, I mean, it still plays wonderfully, and it's really nice looking. Like, you wouldn't expect this to be a PlayStation 2 game, though, how detailed and interactive and big the environments are. See, this is my favorite game of all time. And this version on PS2 what was cool about it was all on one disc. This one comes with a DVD, but the whole game fit on one of these big DVDs. The GameCube one, it was on 2 discs, so you had to open up the GameCube and load the second disc towards the end of the game. This one all on 1 disc, and then it had extra content. It had Ada's Separate Ways campaign, and maybe a couple new options. So it was like an add-on. This is a little bit before we had add-ons and DLC. So it was like a really cool new campaign with Ada. You could play on this game. Yeah, and then another thing about this version, what I really like about it is the control scheme. I guess in Japan, the action is always the circle or the box, and the X's go back. But over here in the United States, we always have X as fire. So I'm always accustomed to firing with the button on the right side of towards the right, like how the GameCube was, that big green button you hit to shoot. But on this one, it's the X, of course, but both the circle and square are both back, so you can play it either way. Later on, Resident Evil games would have. I'm getting way too into this, but it would have the run and shoot. The forward and back buttons would be swapped. So if you're playing Resident Evil 4, then you go back to this, it would be like kind of confusing. What I like about this one is there's a back button on either side of the X, so you can play it either way you want, just how you position your hand. So that's one little thing I really like about the PS2 version.
What's the better version?
Yeah.
If you had to pick one.
Oh,
this one or
between
GameCube?
GameCube. GameCube looks so much better. Like, there would be fog and more detail and more stuff, more polygons, and it loads faster. Pretty much, and it doesn't lag as much. But I mean, this is still darn good. Like, once you get into this, you wouldn't know you're not playing the GameCube one, and it has extra content. So I think it's about a tie between the. Yeah.
Have you ever?
But, I mean, look at this game. For a PS2 game, look at this. Look at these graphics.
Yeah, it looks smooth, like better.
Yeah.
Have you played this, Omega? I don't think I've ever heard you talk about Resident Evil much either. Have you played this one?
So out of the mainline series, the only one I ever completed was Resident Evil 5.
Yeah.
I have access to all the other Resident Evils, or at least all the main ones, but I've only finished 5, and I recently started playing through the first one, as you guys know, on my channel.
You're almost done.
You beat it. I thought you beat it. You haven't beat it yet?
He's at the very end. He's at the
Very
very
close.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
he's going to smash. You have so much ammo hoarded, you're just going to smash the end of it.
By the time you hear this episode, he will have beat it. Because I think you're going to stream. By the time we're recording it, I think you're going to stream in a few days from now. So.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'll finish it then. But
Yeah.
anyway, like I enjoyed it so much, my experience with the first game, that I bought the rest of the titles on the PlayStation 5 as digital downloads. So now I have Resident Evils 2 through 4, and I want to say 5 and 6 as well on the
Yeah.
PlayStation 5. Tylord, I'm realizing that that's the second PlayStation 2 game out of his top 5 that he gifted me. He gifted me a copy of Resident Evil 4 for the PlayStation
Oh,
2.
that's right. Yeah.
There you go.
So it's nice to know I have his favorite his favorite PlayStation 2 game of all time is in my collection now. Thanks to him.
I've never played this one. I'm currently playing through the remaster. I've never played this one. It's one of those where I'm like, I don't know why I never played this one. I don't know, because it came out on Xbox, right?
It came out on 360.
Yeah.
It wasn't on OG, but it did. They did have it on 360.
Oh, okay, that's probably why I missed out on it. Because I remember on Xbox I was playing like Silent Hill 2. Yeah, so I missed out on this one. I'm really liking the remaster, but I think you said it's very different from the OG, right?
Well, it's very much the same, but it's not the same game though.
Yeah. But I think I've heard a lot of people when it comes to like Resident Evil games, this is like, for a lot of people, this is number 1, part 4.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we went through our list, pals. We only had one repeat. We had Twisted Metal Black. Omega and I had that, and I think you guys picked Tekken games, but separate ones. Any honorable mentions? You mentioned one earlier, Omega. You want to talk about, what did you have? The Bouncer, I think?
Yeah, I actually grabbed it because I don't know why I thought I put it in my top 5 when I didn't. There it is. There's the Bouncer.
Yeah.
It's what can I say about this game, right? At the time, it was cutting edge when it first came out. This was a launch title, I'm pretty sure, actually. This was a launch title. Everybody was impressed. It did not hold up. Not so much in terms of the graphics department, but it had a really fun like battle royale mode that you could play with your friends, 4 players. Even though like half the roster was like variations of the same guy that you unlock, which was like the boss of the game. Dude, I mean, this was like the one of the first major dives into the 3D beat 'em up genre, right?
Yeah.
Like before this, like most of the beat 'em ups were 2D, and
Yeah.
most, if not all, I want to say maybe there's like
Fighting Force is about it.
that's the one. Yeah, Fighting Force is the only one that comes to mind for me as well. So this was impressive at the time, and I think when you're able to look past the dated graphics, I think there's still a lot of fun to be had here.
That's a Tylord game, I think. I've heard you talk about that.
Oh, yeah, I like that one, yeah.
Any other honorable mentions, Omega?
I met a kid.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Tyler.
I actually met a kid at Laughing Crow the other day that was obsessed with that game. Like he says, "Oh, I have 10 copies from every country, and I played through it. I played it through it so many times I broke the game, and because like he got so much money, like, and he said there's certain levels like the game, like he found like flaws in the game because he got so much money he couldn't unlock certain things. I don't know. This guy was super nerdy about Bouncer. Like that's his favorite game, and I go, I like it too, and Omega likes.
You do, yeah.
Any other ones, Omega, that you almost put on the list but didn't?
Oh man, I mean, Mortal Kombat has a lot of great titles too. Like Mortal Kombat Deception had like it had that story mode, that full blown story where you play as that guy Shujinko, I think was his name.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. Shoot, I'm scrambling to think of other titles. Bloody Roar, Bloody Roars 3 and 4,
Yeah.
too. If you like I don't know if you're familiar with those, Tib. They're like fighting games.
The werewolf one, right? Like the monster ones?
Yeah, that's Yugo.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like turn the animals. Like anthropomorphic, is that the word? Anthropomorphic. That's one of those franchises I would really love for them to bring back, because seeing the transformations with today's graphics would just be wild. Dude. Really, really cool.
Also, they actually transform. Like you're fighting and your guy transforms into a monster. That's pretty badass.
Yeah, they turn into different animals. There was like one dude who turned into a lion, the werewolf character, the There was like a cat character. Just
There's a lizard and a bat.
that's true. There was a lizard as well. Yeah, in the back. Yeah.
What about you, Tylord? Any honorable mentions?
Well, of course, Mortal Kombat Deception I was going to put on the list, so I replaced it with Tekken, but not only the fighting game compilations, I didn't want to put them on the list because they're kind of just like re-releases of older arcade games, but I mean, they had like the Street Fighter Alpha anthology, they had the Street Fighter Anniversary collection, they had the SNK stuff like World Heroes collection, Art of Fighting collection, all the Art of Fighting games, and then the Fatal Fury Battle Archives Volume 1 and 2 with all the Fatal Furies. But honorable mention, and Tekken 5 also, not only is this a really good game, it might even be better than 4. I like 4 more personally, but this is probably way better of a game. But not only is it a badass game, it has, on this disc, it has Tekken 1, 2, and 3 on it.
Oh, that's badass.
So this game has Tekken 1, 2, 3, and 5 on one disc. Silent Hill 3, really good horror game. Man, this is a trippy game. This game is a trip, Silent Hill 3. And then speaking of beat 'em ups, Final Fight Streetwise. I know this game gets a lot of hate, but I really enjoyed this one. It's like a horror movie combined with Final Fight. It's like
I got NBA Street Volume 2. Love that game. I got God of War 2. I'm not done with it, but I'm really liking it. I didn't play it on the. Oh, I actually did have it on the PS2. I think that was the last game I had. That I started playing, and then the Xbox came out, and I forgot about the PS2. But now I'm playing it through the Vita. That's a fun one. Lord of the Rings 2 Towers. I'm not a Lord of the Rings guy, but I remember one time we moved, and then our apartment, because we were still moving, all we had was a TV and a PS2. And my friend, I think Billy, might have been one of them, Billy, and my other friend Daniel, we spent a whole rainy day just playing through Lord of the Rings, the 2 Towers. Such a fun hack and slash game. Super. I don't know if you guys have played that one, but that's a fun hack and slash.
My brother and I love that game, and Return of the King as well. But yeah, we played that 2 Towers a lot.
Yeah, it's a fun hack and slash. And I got GTA 3. I got to show love to GTA 3. Because I remember when I remember I bought 2 video games. It was probably like Electronic Boutique. And I remember I really wanted that other game. But I kept hearing people talk about GTA 3. And, back in the day, I used to actually read the Game Informers and all that. And hearing GTA 3, everybody was talking about it. So I bought that. I don't even remember what that other game was that I bought. Because as soon as I popped in GTA 3, I was like, oh, what the hell is this? Open world? There was nothing like GTA 3 back in the day. It was nuts. That game blew my mind. So gotta show some love to GTA 3.
The other game was Phantasmic, or what was it? The other game was Phantasmic.
Fuck
or what was it?
Oh yeah, the Fantavision.
What is Fantavision, by the way?
That was the other one you got with Grand Theft Auto.
It might have been that one. I don't remember. I remember I was hyped for whatever that other one was, and then once I popped in that freaking GTA 3, I was like, oh, what is this? I don't even know what I'm playing here. This is crazy. You're driving around, and it had funny they didn't have licensed music, so it was really cheesy, funny music, parody music, and the DJ, I think his name was Laszlo. Laszlo was his name. It was hilarious. But look, since we keep bringing up Fantavision,
there's Fantavision.
For the audio listeners, we're checking out gameplay of Fantavision.
Oh, so it's like
a laser.
It's like
dots, kind of, sort of, yeah. Kind of
okay, you have to line them up.
So yeah, we're looking at gameplay. What is this? I was gonna put
this one in my top 5, but then I said, Tib and Tylord have this one covered. I'm gonna have to pick something else for my top 5. So.
I think you were gonna put this in your top 5, but then you realized you actually wanted to put good games on your top 5, so you didn't put Fantavision. Sorry for all the Fantavision fans out there, if there's any out there.
Whoever worked on the development of that game, I apologize.
But before we go, guys, you guys know it's that time. Before we wrap up the episode, it is tradition around here to play a little trivia game before we wrap things up. So we're gonna take a little commercial break and come back and play. See who's the king of the PS2 knowledge: Omega Ace or Tylord.
That's my chalupa.
That's my chalupa. That's my chalupa.
That's my chalupa.
That's my chalupa.
My chalupa! Everybody's got their chalupa. Some hunger for the Baja with zesty pepper jack sauce and fiesta salsa. Others crave the bold Southwest flavor of the Santa Fe. What's your chalupa?
Dude, you got a really good voice.
All 4 flavors now 99 cents each.
Man, you could get a damn chalupa for 99 cents. I bet you the chalupa's like $5 now. That also reminds me of that time I went to Taco Bell with Tylord, and we both ordered different things, but he started eating my food by accident. So then I had to eat his, and I was like, man, what the hell? This just has beans and cheese. Where's the meat? What do you order yours? It's like black beans and cheese, I think.
Or it was the veggie burrito with no cheese.
Yeah, he was enjoying my I think the chicken or steak burrito. I think. All right, it's gonna be like elementary PS2 trivia right here. So I'll call on whoever raises their hand first. All right. All right. Who makes PlayStations? I see Omega.
Sony makes PlayStations.
There you go. You're on the board, pal. 1. This is gonna be the elementary version right here. All right, start quiz. All right, which 2 things can you add to the PlayStation? There's the iToy plus Wii Fit, iToy plus Buzz, Wii Fit plus Buzz. I see Omega.
iToy plus Buzz.
You're right, pal. You're on the board. You got 2. Let's see. Next one. Can you play DVDs on a PS2? I see Tyler.
Yes.
All right. We got 2-1. What the hell? Name the odd one out. Halo Wars, The Force Unleashed, FIFA 10, Barnyard, or Spider-Man 3. I see Omega.
Halo Wars?
Which one did he say? Halo Wars?
Halo.
There you go. So we got 3-1. Omega right here. All right, next one. When was the first PS2 released? 2001, 2000. I see Tylord.
2001.
It's incorrect, pal.
Oh, wow.
I'll take a guess, Omega. 2000. You're right. We got 4-1. Omega Man right here. Next question. Who made this trivia game? This shit's hilarious. Who is the owner of Microsoft?
Look,
I see Tylord.
what, Bill Gates? What's he have to do with it?
No, it's not Bill Gates.
Really?
You want to take a
owns
guess,
Microsoft?
Omega? Yeah, the owner of Microsoft.
I would have guessed Bill Gates, but if it's not Bill Gates, I don't know.
It's how could you guys not know William Henry Gates? That's
I don't know.
isn't it? Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't that Bill Gates?
I didn't know his middle name.
All right, that's funny. All right, well, that's still who guessed that? Was that Tylord? We had some technical difficulties, so that's your damn trivia game for this episode.
Let's see.
Yeah, so that's Omega. You got Tylord again. I think this is the second time you beat him, I think.
Oh man.
What's Bill Gates have to do with it?
Right, that's what I'm saying. What kind of Sony fan doesn't know Bill Gates' middle name? Come on.
William
Get your act together.
William Henry Gates, apparently. That shit's hilarious.
Yeah.
All right,
Give me a cereal.
so we're gonna take a commercial break and come back and wrap it up here, pals.
Get in on all the sounds and action of the WCW with the Electronic Nitro Wrestling Arena. You activate the sound. Hear the call of the Wolfpack as Kevin Nash struts up the runway. Launch Macho Man from the top turnbuckle. Hear the snap of the ropes as you fire Goldberg across the ring.
It sounds just like I'm at a match.
Lowering Sting from the rafters. Hear the count as you pin your opponent. It's the best WCW wrestling ring ever. The new WCW Electronic Nitro Wrestling Arena. Figures sold separately. Batteries not included.
All right, pals. Thanks for coming on. It's almost midnight here, so appreciate you guys coming on the episode and so late. So
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having us.
yeah. So before we wrap up, let them know where to find you, Omega. Let the people know.
Oh yeah, I'm over on YouTube, Omega Ace Gaming. Check out my Castlevania shorts and weekly live streams on Mondays and Fridays. Ooh wee.
Tylord, let them know what you want to plug.
Tylord over on YouTube. Tylord Stevenson or just Tylord I go by now. But I'll have some good stuff coming out soon. I haven't been too active, but I'll have my PlayStation or my Nintendo collection video with a collaboration with a bunch of people. That'll be coming out soon.
Yeah, very cool. There you go. It's for me, Retro Tiburon on all the social medias, on YouTube. If you're listening on the audio end, give me a damn sub on YouTube, you SOBs. If you're watching on YouTube, give me a damn follow on one of the podcast apps. It's free for goddamn it. And I'll put links to Tylord, Omega, my links, all in the show notes if you're listening on the audio end. If you're watching on YouTube, it'll be in the description. But I'm going to play us out with some Twisted Metal music. I don't think you guys can hear it, but I'm going to play us out to... Oh, no, I can't play that one. This one's freaking Rolling Stones. Let's not play that one. Let's not get that copyright strike. We'll play the Junkyard music here. What are you guys thankful for since it's Thanksgiving time? Tyler, what are you thankful for?
Twisted Metal got that company back, and it wasn't 989 anymore.
What are you thankful for, Omega?
Oh man. Modern retro game consoles. I love the consoles, man. I hope they keep cranking out some new ones.
Yeah, finally that freaking analog 3D's finally shipping out. About damn time. What am I thankful for? For my polka dots. That's what I'm thankful for. See you guys later. See you guys on the other side. We're out of here.